You're watching Awjiz Boys Show.
You know what the craziest thing about it?
Let's hear it.
The Israeli protesters, the counter protesters,
Sure.
are trying to break into the encampment
To do what?
to just take it over.
Oh my God.
It's like the most ironic thing in the entire world. It's like these Palestinian protesters are like chilling in their spot,
Yeah.
and the Israelis are trying to break in and take their spot.
They're like, we want your tents too.
Yeah.
Leave everything. And you're like, what? They're like, this is our tent now.
It's like poetic
Yeah.
how hilarious it is that they're just breaking in and they're trying to occupy their space again. It's just like,
It's in their DNA.
dude, it's ridiculous. It's so fucking silly how like these people are just protesting. Let them fucking protest.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to go in there and like break it up?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if anything, let the cops do what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But the UCLA one is fucking insane. For the videos I've seen, they're throwing like fireworks and shit. It looks like a war zone.
Oh, I saw that. I didn't know that was UCLA. I heard college campus. Is that the one?
UCLA and Columbia. UCLA is probably the craziest one.
Damn.
But it's fucking insane. But you know what? Those protesters, brave as shit. The new generation is so inspirational.
That's it.
I'm so jealous of how much like fucking like whatever the fuck this is they have. You know what I'm saying?
This oomph, this grit through.
Yeah.
They're invested in politics. They're care about the world.
Yeah, dude. I've known about this Palestine thing my entire life. All right. I don't know if it's like a Muslim thing or an Afghan thing.
It's probably a Muslim.
I learned about it when I was like 9 years old.
Yeah.
And I knew it was like, oh, this is fucked up what's happening.
For sure.
These kids, they learned about it like a year ago.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, this is fucked up. But they've done more for Palestine than any generation previously.
Yeah.
So it's fucking, it's awesome. It's awesome to see. It's fucked up what they're going through.
It's tough.
I've tried to donate. They're pretty chill with donations right now. At least the Berkeley one.
Okay, so that's good.
I'm sure UCLA, we'll probably find a link. We'll put it somewhere.
Yeah, Bahar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. I want to say something about the whole Free Palestine movement.
Yeah.
Because the biggest racists are people who face racism sometimes. Like, if you say, I'm Afghan, I'm Asian, I'm black, so I could never be racist, false. Completely false.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of people, especially when I've posted anything that's Free Palestine, or people around me that have, and they have a following, they have an influence, and Afghans specifically are just like, yo, they don't care about us. There's so much stuff wrong with us, and these Arabs don't care about us. These Palestinians don't care about us when we have our own problem. So it's cool that we can march with them, but they don't march with us. Have you heard anything like that?
I have. That is an interesting take because I get in a few arguments about this.
Let's hear it.
And I think the Afghan struggle is ignored. I'm not going to pretend like it isn't. But at the same time,
Yeah, I agree.
it's just because like one struggle exists doesn't mean we can't help another struggle. Do you know what I'm saying?
But we feel jaded. It's like,
No, I understand feeling jaded. And it's like, but it's a different thing. And yeah, no, I understand that but the thing is like, I know people, I have like a homie who's like Egyptian and he's kind of jaded because like his people went through shit.
Yeah.
And like every time he sees another person going through shit,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, what about us?
Exactly.
But it's like, okay, yeah, we'll talk about y'all.
Sure.
But also right now we're talking about this.
Mhm.
You know, the thing is, the Afghan struggle is important, right? And I never want to like demean it or diminish it or minimize it.
Mhm.
But at the same time, like this is the topic right now. Let's focus on this, and then we could focus. Like at the same time, like if you go to my page, I have links to donate to Afghanistan and to Gaza.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know. I think one struggle shouldn't take away from another.
Facts.
So you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And the only time people bring up other struggles is when they're trying to take away from another struggle.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, this person is a spotlight right now.
Yes.
Let's bring that away from them. Let's
sure.
take their spotlight away, right?
Just fucked up.
Same thing happened with BLM, right? Nobody, like, everybody's like, what about this crime? What about black on black crime? What about this? Like, we're not talking about that. Black on black crime is a real thing. We need to address it. We're talking about police killing black people right now.
Yeah.
Anytime people bring up a different struggle, they only bring up that struggle when they're trying to take away from something else. It's never genuinely, let's talk about us, right? Because when the Palestine news isn't happening, I'm always talking about Afghanistan.
Yeah.
It's literally always about Afghanistan on my feed until there's another story right now.
Facts.
So that, I don't know. That's how I feel about that. So
yeah, it's tough for me, and like me personally, I'm good at like ignoring people online. So I'm in the same like, when they add those type of criticism, but I kind of see where they're coming from.
I understand. I get it. I understand that, like, when you're getting screwed over so much and you see someone getting any attention, you're like, what about us?
For sure.
You know, there's always that inclination, but it's like, there's a time and place for everything, you know?
I do agree about taking the spotlight from someone. It's just, like, as an Afghan, if I'm watching this, I'd be like, so much fucked up shit happened to us in the last 20 years. Yeah. And, like, we never had that viral moment. We didn't have the moment where everybody's like, let's talk about that. And 2021 was a crazy moment.
We had that.
And no one, and, like, literally, our government was overthrown. Our president left. It was like the most fucked up thing you can think about. And it's a humanitarian crisis. But at the same time, it was like a couple months later, on to the next. We just moved on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's
the
what
West moved on. Sorry.
Well, it's the West, what the West does. It's just mostly, a lot of times it's trends or whatever's happening. But also with what these kids are doing, what's happening right now is American dollars are going into this genocide.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, these kids are trying to, like, the reason, my thing is, like, you only care about, why do you care about this issue? Why not Ukraine, right? Why not Ukraine? If we're talking about that, because we're not sending money to Russia to bomb Ukraine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
We have no control over that. We're sending money to Israel to bomb Palestine.
Yes.
And Afghanistan, the thing is, we were very young in 2001 when the war started, but there were hundreds, right? Maybe thousands of anti-war marches at that time. And they happened for years and years and years. The thing is, we just didn't, I think we're just not out of our purview.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And they didn't do much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All these, but, like, people were known. It was also a different time. But yeah, I know it's fucky how little people care about Afghans.
True.
We're probably the most mistreated culture in the entire world.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to play the oppression Olympics, but, like, we're ranked last in literally everything.
Yeah.
We got education, GDP, food, highest in, like, poverty. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's
that's and it's all because of a result of the Western's involvement into the world that we created. We created, like, such a magical, beautiful place, and I hate to, like, mystify things, but it's like, if you really look at Afghanistan, like, the landscapes is a beautiful place, and, like, our culture, if you think about even, like, our superstitions, the things that we have, it's made in such a way for us to connect with other people, because we have different tribes, but we all coexisted, and we're like, those are Heratis, those are Kandoris, those are Kabilis, and we just, like, coexisted together. And then for us to see to where it's become now, and then later on, like now in 2024, or whenever you guys are watching this, like, Afghans feel like, man, all Afghans are just haters, and they're all hating on the stuff that I do and everything. And it's like, can you blame them? We're broken people. We have nothing. We can't, like, man, I was born in Afghanistan, and I came to Canada when I was almost 10. So, like, I had my 9th birthday. And there isn't one moment that I felt at home. This is not my home,
Fair enough.
There's a saying where it's like, in khak kashangas, but it's like khak kashangas, like, this dirt is beautiful, but it's not my home.
Yeah.
It's not my country.
Yeah.
It's like khak kashangas khate watan nes I khana iman nes. Like, there was this poem that went there that people made songs out of it, and, like, man, I resonate with those lyrics so much, where it's like, we are the broken of the broken, but we are so strong. Like, our people, like, whenever we go somewhere, I find the most successful people to be Afghans, and they've always been like, we are capable, we can do all these things, and they've done it in spite of the bad shit.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It's like, it's not like, oh, let's celebrate this person and the cool things you have. It's like, why don't we have 1,000 cases, 100,000 of cases? It's like, oh, it's because of the West involvement. We're all scattered all over the world, which is not the worst thing if it's like, we want to be at a position where we can travel everywhere, live everywhere, and we're chameleons, and we can do that as Afghans, being center of Asia. But us just, like, the only thing that we have is war and jang to really talk about. You don't want to talk about your country. Your country's not, like, as a child, it sucked to say that I'm from Afghanistan.
Yeah, 100%.
And for people that are out there that are saying like, hey man, Palestine got their shine, don't say free Palestine, because they won't say free Afghanistan when the Taliban happened or anything like that. I get where you guys are coming from. And as Dauood said it perfectly, I think that, hey, inshallah, there will be a moment where Afghanistan will rise again. I believe in Afghanistan. I believe in Afghans. That's what I believe in.
Yeah.
And our people were shocked, we're hard, we're angry, we have ughda, we hold grudges. We're not the type of people that sit around forever.
Yeah.
We'll eventually be like, yo, fuck this.
Yeah.
And we're going to make a comeback. And inshallah, I see that. A lot of people are like, yo, fuck what you're saying. I don't believe in anything that our culture or our people are doomed. But I don't believe that. And this show is an example of that. It's like, we believe in Afghans so much to be like, we're only talking to you. Like, this show is so we can talk to you. And so you can talk back to us. Anyways, I went on for a bit.
No, that's all right. That was beautiful.
Thanks, man.
But, dude,
And we're back.
we're back, dude. Emotional moment. I have to undercut it with a gay joke.
Just
No, but yeah, dude, I think you said it profoundly. That was really well said. And yeah, man, I think that's the whole point of this podcast. You know, we're trying to show that fucking give Afghans a chance, and we'll prove that we're meant to be here.
back.
Hey, folks, need a quick home upgrade? Whether it's a full kitchen transformation or just tweaking a bit of cabinetry, we've got the perfect recommendation for y'all.
That's right, Dauood. If you're in the Bay Area, you have to check out Elite Cabinet Installations. They offer a range of services, including demolition and removal. Got old cabinets that need to go? Their expert team has got you covered.
And it doesn't stop there. Elite Cabinet Installations also excels in cabinet installation and modifications. If your new fridge doesn't fit your old setup, they can adjust that for you, ensuring everything looks seamless.
Plus, they'll throw in a sweet deal for our listeners. Listen, Awjiz Boys out there, you'll get an additional 10% off your next project, and all consultations are free.
So whether you're looking to completely overhaul your kitchen or just need some adjustments to your current cabinets, Elite Cabinet is the team to call.
Visit their website at elitecabinetInstall.com/Awjiz. Awjiz is AWJIZ to check out their work and schedule your free consultation. And now, let's get back
To our show.